My name is Maxim Shalygin and I'm a Ukrainian Dutch composer. Music gives us a feeling of sadness or happiness. Being a composer is a very boring thing. But it's not boring for me at all, because this is actually life for me. The music is an organization of noises and sounds in a certain way. Also, what we should realize is that there are plenty of sounds around us, and sometimes we do not notice the sounds. But I think what is important in life is to understand that the sound is part of our life. We can close our ears for just an experiment and walk in the city or in the park without the sound. Today we live in the world which is bombarding us with different sound and noises, and sometimes we do not realize that it's actually too much for our brain, and it cannot accumulate the sounds anymore. So what I realized that for me it's important to hide myself from most of the sounds, at least for a certain period of life, in order to understand the silence inside me and to hear what actually I'm aiming for. And what about you? Do you experience silence, and what does it mean to you? Maybe you can tell us some examples. I grew up in Ukraine and came here to the Netherlands to study first, and after I finished the conservatory, I live here already for 15 years. So I live in The Hague, and it's a fantastic city, and I feel at home here. I sit at home most of the time and just come in front of my instrument and I compose. And then for the whole day I sit at the piano, try different things, and then if I like something I write it down. If not, then the day is bad for me. So sometimes there are days which I cannot compose a single note, but sometimes there are lucky days. Basically the composition happening all the time in my head. Even when I'm not next to the piano, I still think about certain moments in the piece. It's like also being a sportsman. If you want to go to Olympics, you have to sacrifice a lot of things, and you have to do many things which other people will never do. Because we have only this life, and we need to live it like we want. And more you spend time in silence, your brain becomes more and more creative. And sometimes I think we do not realize how important it is to give ourselves space. I mean, space in this world, not just being for someone, but being for yourself. I make art because I love it. Because since I was a kid, I didn't like to do something which I do not enjoy. And it was very hard for my teachers and for my parents to push me to do something which I do not enjoy. But I enjoy, luckily enough, I enjoy many things in life. But art was maybe art and sports and mathematics and physics were the favorite for me. I think from my childhood I was a difficult kid, and I was trying to fight for freedom. For freedom inside me. So I wanted to do what I want, and my mother was respecting it all my life. And when everyone was saying that it's very stupid what you do, because it was very strange to be a composer and to do music in general in my city. It was really strange. When no one believed in it, my mother and my father, they always said, yes, if you like it, you just have to do it. And I did it, so they trusted me. When everyone was saying that if I will be a composer, I cannot earn money, I cannot live from this, no one will listen to this music, and so on. I constantly got these comments, but they always believed in me, and they were teachers who believed in me, and I'm very thankful to them for this. And what about you? Can you imagine yourself being an artist? Amandante, it's an opera which I finished it 1 year ago, but I started it 4 years ago, so it took me 3 years to make it. And it was quite a difficult process because while making an opera you work also with the text of librettist. So the text actually leading you, but the task of the composer to make text sound very natural. In this opera we have a chamber ensemble and 4 singers, and this opera is based on Plato's Symposium. Amandante, the name Amandante, it's a word which combines a couple of words together. It's amor, love, it's man, and andante. So it's about man which goes towards love. Since I was a kid, I was very much interested in different types of music, and I mostly listened to rock stuff at that time, like Pink Floyd or something like this. But then at a certain point I realized that there is also classical music. Until this moment I try to listen to very different types of music. And what about you? What kind of music you are listening? What if you have to choose only one music piece to take with you to the island? Which one would it be? Being a composer full-time, you have to deal with money, and most of my works I do as a commission. So I usually receive a commission and then I compose, but sometimes I have an idea and I do not wait to the commission and I just do it. And then this piece just appears by itself. And sometimes I initiate commissions myself because I want to compose something, and then I talk with musicians or with the producers and I just tell them my idea, and if they like it, they go for it. I'm going to play to you now not a melody, but an accompaniment for the melody. And I would like you to try to create your own melody on top of it. Listen carefully. You can try to play this melody at any instrument, percussion instrument, with your voice, with if you play violin, cello, whatsoever, guitar, any instrument. But also, please do not be afraid to try. So you need to try many times and remember the things you like in the different sections and try again and again to make it as perfect as you want. if you feel not comfortable doing this, you can listen first to others what are doing, and then please go ahead and try your thing, even if you never done this before, because this can give you a feeling of freedom which you never had before, because the music gives a certain inner freedom.